The die is cast and the stage is set for the long-awaited FKF presidential elections set to go down this Saturday here in Nairobi. The overdue polls will birth new leadership, the men and women who will dictate the path Kenya's long, ailing and bleeding football will take. That will inform Swila's shot, a passionate plea to the delegates to rise up and make their vote count. Related to that, we will be speaking to three gentlemen who are battling it out for the FKF Nairobi seat in our quickfire segment. Daktari Dan Shikanda, James Masese Mokua, and Isaac Masharia Wamboi. They're already in studio. You do not want to miss that in our quickfire segment. Locally, we dissect Thunder's run in the Basketball Africa League qualifiers. Not to forget the Bundesliga. In the league you so dearly love, the English Premier League. Which way Manchester City will be delving into that. But my name is Isaac Swila Tijan. Welcome to the program. But my colleague Ziti Jimoy, as always, is at the scoreboard. Ziti.
Thank you so much. I think, Swila, you forgot to say that Manchester United won yesterday, 4-0 against Everton. Of course, here on the other side of the studio, we will be telling you who are going to vie for the FKF presidential ticket. And again, for the NEC Nairobi, here. And we have interviews, of course, here. We have some of the guests who will be here. Of course, they're vying for to be Nairobi NEC, the next Nairobi NEC ticket. Of course, we'll be telling you all that. And again, not forgetting that Saturday is the day for the election. That will be on 7th of December. Back to you, Sila.
Thank you, Zita Jimoy there. And to our question of the day, we are still staying on matters football, and we're asking you, what are your expectations as the fans? What are your expectations as FKF presidential elections go down this weekend in Nairobi? What are your expectations as the long overdue FKF presidential elections are set to be held this weekend here in Nairobi? Remember, those polls will be held at the Kasarani Indo Arena, and of course that will birth the new FKF leadership. And to our top story, National Basketball Premier League reigning champions Nairobi City Thunder are aiming to break the jinx and become the first Kenyan club to qualify for the Basketball Africa League. And as Dennis Kamariki Sabwa reports, Thunder have shown electrifying performances on home soil in the quest to bag this ticket.
Backed by hundreds of energetic home fans, Thunder have been ruthless to their opponents in the last round of the Road to BAL qualifiers being staged at the Nyayo Gymnasium and the Kasarani Indo Arena, Nairobi, Kenya. Pulled in Group A alongside M.B.B of South Africa, Creole Star of Cape Verde and Bravehearts of Malawi, the Brad Ibbs coached side has shown no match to the competition. They made a strong start in their first game on Thursday night with a commanding 103-59 victory against M.B.B, and assistant head coach Ross Mushila is impressed by the team's performance.
Our ambition, ideally as Nairobi City Thunder, in this tournament is to be able to showcase what Kenya has in the basketball space. And in order to do that, we're aiming to get into the BAL, the Basketball Africa League, which no Kenyan club has managed to do.
The expectation to bring the cup home. So if we qualify and we go to the BL, the main BL, I think what we need to do right now is to bring that cup home.
Well, congratulations to Nairobi. They really played a good game. It was really competitive. I really enjoyed it, for the most part of the game. And thanks to Nairobi, obviously, for hosting this Elite 16 tournament. And hopefully we'll be right there at the end and maybe hopefully meet them again.
In their second match, the national champions displayed an electrifying game, cruising 104-68 against the Creole Star of Cape Verde.
I think it's a testimony to how deep our team is, right? And even I think there were moments when we would bring in our second five and they would even extend the lead even more. And you're seeing great basketball from really 11 guys, so it's exciting. We know we're going to have a really tough game in the semifinals, so yeah, we're busy preparing for that.
We prepare in order to be able to play anybody, so it doesn't matter because that's something that you can't control, you know. So there's no time. It's a waste of time to spend time thinking about, oh, we want to play these guys or these guys. You just got to prepare yourself for whoever comes and be ready to play at all times. Keep supporting us all the way, regardless of whoever is playing, because it's a team sport. It's not a racket game where it's one person. It's a team sport. That's why we have 5 people on the floor. That's why that explains it all.
The tournament is long, you know. You're going to have ups and downs. And the important thing is keeping your head high. And I'm happy also I want to congratulate the fans here. They were amazing. A lot of fans here. The packed house. It's always good to play in a stadium with a lot of fans. And especially there were a lot of excitement. We hopefully gave a good basketball game to the fans. And only basketball in Africa can grow from this.
With the group games concluded, attention now shifts to the semis set for Monday at Kasarani Indo Arena. The finalists will get automatic qualification to the most converted basketball trophy in Africa, BAL Elite 12, and the City Thunder, who have new players under roster such as Tyler Okari Ongwae, Eugene Adera, Derek Mekenye Ogechi, David Baraka Etiang, Uchena Onyekachi Iroigbu, Abdoulaye Haruna Amadou, Ater Majok, will be aiming for nothing short of glory. For Sporty Monday, I'm Dennis Kamariki Sabwa.
Thank you, Dennis Kamariki Sabwa there, reporting on BAL. But before we delve into that, as promised today in our quickfire segment, we are talking to 3 gentlemen who want to be FKF NEC member for Nairobi, and this will be decided in the Saturday polls. We have James Masese Mokua, Isaac Masharia Wamboi, and Dr. Dan Shikanda. Thus coming your way shortly in the quick fire segment. But first, let's go back to our top story. Ziti, BAL, road to BAL, basically, a top competition. I know you've been following this, but Thunder actually rising to the occasion. They've qualified for the quarters with 100%, semis rather, 100% unbeaten record. Yes.
If we perform in the semis very well, we go to the finals, and we are going to the main competition for the BAL. That will be, of course, we know Al Hilal are the champions. But again, going to that competition for the Basketball African League, it's going to put Kenya in another map, in another different map in the basketball. So we pray for them to beat the team they're going to play with today, actually at Kasarani. And then if they just beat the team, we are in for the Basket African League. But again, I love how this competition has been going through. Hakuna siasa, everything is smooth. It doesn't matter, it is 10 p.m., fans are there. It doesn't matter, it is 8 p.m., fans are there. Like, Thunder are rising to the occasions. And I know if they go, that $100,000 dollars needs to come to Kenya. That will be almost 13 million shillings that they're going to win. So it has to come to Kenya. And knowing that they're going to win that, and the players are going to be paid differently if they qualify for the Basketball African League. If they qualify, players are being paid differently, and then you're going again to win the 13 million. Good luck for them today's game. I hope they win so that our basketball can be on another level.
You're so passionate about this, Zita. I don't know.
Because I was the one who did for Thunder the first story when they were welcoming Twende to be their partner. Because everyone, I think they were doing they were doing something like, I think they rubbished the whole team. And then started from scratch. At our level, players walikuwapo, they had to come for what? For trials. For trials, so that you become among part of Thunder. And then again, their structure they put, the leadership that is there, it is something else top notch. That's why they can even take players from the United States to come and play for Kenya. They can take players from Nigeria to come and play for the Kenyan League. They can take even players from all over to come and play for the Kenyan League, and being paid good money, $500,000. Imagine wewe team ya Kenya inalipa mtu $500,000.
You've heard what they're saying. But the aspect of bringing in top players from across the globe just to bolster the team's strength. Actually, last week, I think, we had Ongechi here, you had Tyler, and you've also seen Etiang, the story by Dennis. Quite a number of foreign talent coming on Kenyan shoes and signing with Thunder. What an impact that has had on the team and also the game at large.
when I look at what is happening, my excitement, you see, Zita is excited because of the performance she has seen in the last 3 matches, justifiably so. For me, it is about the lifting of the standards of the game in this country. When I've been saying all the time that as far as the talent of basketball is concerned in Kenya, we have been punching below our weight because we have such a talent. But because the standards have always remained low, now we have a new boy in town who is telling the rest of the clubs, this is how it's supposed to be done. This is a challenge to KPA, for example. They have been having very good support in terms of money, but you don't see the fruit when it comes to that good competition. The structures that I have put this time round, they come, they win the league unbeaten. Now they are 3 matches in this, the last bit of the qualifiers for BAL, and they're unbeaten. Today we are playing Oilers from Uganda, City Oilers. I'm very sure it's not about luck. We are going to win this match. And all Kenya should be behind the City Thunder. But I think, for example, now KPA are watching, Equity are watching, Ulinzi are watching. They know there is a new level of competition. And it's either they accept we've been nominated or through, or we up our game. That upping the game is what is going to have a net effect of a very strong league and a very strong national team. So kudos to the management of Thunder, and all the best to them in tonight's match. They have said that the first 1,000 fans who are going to get to Kasarani are going to get free entry. They're going to pay for them tickets, 1,000 fans. That's the seriousness. I'm going to be one of them, of course, at 8:30 p.m.
Are you going as a fan or as a journalist?
No, as a journalist, of course. But of course, you see, I'm going to, in journalism, and you know that, you teach students journalism, and you know that sometimes when you're reporting about your country versus the other, there's a loud element of biasness. that one I'm going to appropriate tonight.
Okay. Of course, we're reporting about your country, and of course, during war, that's when a journalist can actually avoid neutrality, as Isia says. But Shitera, Morans, rather, that's our national team.
Yeah.
What the ripple effect? Thunder set the stage so high, and of course, we would want this to rub onto the national team, Morans.
In fact, you've just read my mind, because Morans did it, I think, in 2018 when they qualified for FIBA. And Afrobasket, yeah. And they did a good job, and they did us proud from nowhere. And now Thunder, thanks to the Hawkeye Draw Media Services that unearthed that team. Congratulations, Zita, because she passionately covered the story. Now you can see the results. Now, these are the things that we are talking about. Media is a very critical aspect of any development. As we speak, I will take you back. I used to love basketball because I grew up in a basketballing community. At Isili.
Just say you grew up in Nairobi. Unajua hizi si games za watu wa
ball. Yeah. No, nimesema I grew up in a basketballing community along Isili. You remember KCT, Kenya Christian Industrial Training Institute. It was a very serious force in basketball then. A very serious basketball league that comprised of Post Bank, you remember, KPA, Cooperative Bank, KCB. We could go to Nyayo National Stadium at night. These matches were played at night. So there is nothing new in what is happening here. It's just a revival of what has long been dead. And it's a challenge also to the Ministry of Sports. The new CS, I think is no longer new, is old, Kipchumba Murkomen. This quote is the same way it was when we used to watch those matches in 2004, 2003, when I was still a young boy. But now the question is, what are we doing to promote the sports? It's still Nyayo National Stadium and Kasarani, the gymnasium that are hosting these matches. You see, the talent is there, but we are lacking the infrastructure. So you cannot motivate me to do something that I lack the driver. You get? So, I might have the talent, but I'm not driven. So my talent will die. So since 2004 to 2024, those are 20 years. Now we are seeing a revival of something that was already there. So it's a challenge to the ministry, it's a challenge to the government that please invest in such facilities so that our idle boys back at home we'll find something. And as the figures you had Zita produce, this is a platform that can feed families.
Absolutely.
You see, another challenge also to football. All the best, my chairman, Dan Shikanda, that when you come in, please make sure that you interact and partner with the people who will promote the sport. Don't do it behind the scenes. Yeah? We see good things happening, but we are not seeing them. The would-be sponsors are not seeing them. Prioritize to market, as Zita has always been advocating. Publicize. That is the only way you can grow in sports. That is why England EPL is the most popular and most sought after league in the world. Why? They have invested in publicity.
Absolutely. Steve, they are passionate. And of course, today, Wakili Brenda Ongalo is not with us, but she'll be here next week. Now, shifting gears, Team Kenya went on the rampage at the